Hello, everyone. How's it going? I hope you're having a good Friday or whatever day it is when you're watching this stream. Just things a little bit more now that I'm fully in. I had a pretty good day. I went and covered a shift at Kamas, the local anarchist bookstore. We are a volunteer-run collective, so my days are usually every second Monday, but someone needed a cover yesterday, and the person who was covering them said they could so long as someone covered there today, and I had free time today, so my house isn't as clean as I want it to be, but I've got the whole day tomorrow. I've recently completed chapter 1 and episode 1 of both of my current voiceover jobs. One of them I got paid for. The other one I got the episode for, and none of you are allowed to listen to it unless you've already been given the permissions. But I'm so excited. We're waiting until we have at least 3 episodes done and processed and produced before they start releasing it to the public, but it's so cool. I'm so excited. Apparently my very stern, cold but caring captain will be getting a little weird, a little high. So I'm excited to do that. Hearing me along with a bunch of what sounded like true blue adults when I still don't consider myself an adult was very interesting, considering that I was playing their captain and I was just sitting there like, I have to trust the producer. She chose me. She's taking all of my audio. She took all of my less scary audio, in my opinion, but that's her choice and it's doing good. It does sound great. And that's pretty cool. I filled out the paperwork for the Indigenous Mentorship Program at the local Fringe Festival. If you don't know what a Fringe Festival is, it's like a sort of small scale, not exactly small scale, because there's a lot of them, like the Edmonton, like the Edinburgh Fringe, that are incredibly large. But they're specifically to showcase smaller production companies and new production companies and stuff on the fringes, like the name. And I applied for the Indigenous Mentorship Program here in my city, and I didn't really think I'd get it. So I didn't really plan anything or fully look into what I was applying for. But I've looked into it. I looked out over everything before I signed the papers. And I don't actually remember if I applied for the 1-year or the 2-year program. We'll find out, I guess. I kind of think I only need the 1-year program. And I'd love to be able to explore, number one, what mentors they have, the resources to find, and just reach out to a mentor. I didn't think this far ahead. I wasn't looking at Indigenous theater mentors. But it's fine. I'm really excited. I started putting together the poster for the play I'm doing. The play I'm doing as well. I'm doing my play called 20 Questions. I made it 4 or 5 years ago. No. Oh, wow. 6 or 7 years ago. How the fly times. But I had written it. Jesus Christ. In about 4 hours, because 4 hours before the deadline for the local college's One Act Festival, my brother texted me, "Hey, what are you writing for the One Act Festival?" And I went, "What One Act Festival?" He went, "Well, didn't you hear?" And I went, What do you mean, didn't I hear? I'm in baking school right now. You're the one in theater. I just come to hang out. And he was like, oh, I guess you're not going to do anything then. And I went, fucking bet, dude. And I looked up a little prompt generator. And it wasn't, this was, again, like 6 or 7 years ago. So there wasn't any like active AI going on. It was truly a RNG. So don't get that twisted. I don't use AI. I don't mess with that stuff. It's bad for the environment. It just looks crappy, and it's full of misinformation and all of these other reasons why it just sucks. Hit the microphone. Yeah. I don't like AI. That is also a hard rule I have with my voice acting, is that I refuse to be a part of any projects that have AI in them. Anyways, I just kept clicking generate until I found one I liked, and it was I don't even remember. Like the devil plays, like you play a game with the devil, like chess or something. But they said something silly like Donkey Kong or Uno or something. And I went, or like Truth or Dare. And I went, what about 20 questions? Because there's 2 versions of that. And one of the characters could just be a little stupid about which one would best fit the current scenario. And at the time, it wasn't fully indigenous focused. There was like a throwaway line of like, oh yeah, and her tribe really like let me feel like I was also non-binary, and they were cool with it. And after that, because I had written, it was like a 20 to 30 minute play, and I was like, I'm so sorry, most one acts are like 60 minutes long. And they were like, this is crazy. Most of what we got was like 5 to 10 minute things. And I went, I can't do short things. I'm not a short story writer. I'm not a short script writer. I just can't do anything short. Squid's here. That's what that little shake was, as he jumped up on the table. Hi, Button. I wasn't able to hang out with him and play. I haven't been able to hang out and play as much for these past few days. And I won't be able to soon because I'll be leaving for Vancouver for a little bit. That's not really a tent, love. I could certainly try and make it into one, but I don't think you're going to be very successful. Okay. I guess I'll hold this for you. Okay. So, and I'd left it for a little bit because I liked the way they did it. It was, we were all college students. They had like a month to do this. It was a lot. Every script I write is a lot. And so I was very proud of them for what they could do with it. And a few years ago, I was like, I could just revise this and make this a full, real one-act play. You can be on top of it. You can't be in it. And so now it's a 55-minute play. And it's got like shadow puppets and very clear like stuff about the non-binarisms and the indigenous culture that influenced this random settler. And I'm really excited to be able to bring that new revised script to a bigger light. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make you a tent. Yeah. With that being said, I hope everyone's very excited to play Scarlet Hollow tonight. I hope you all have water, a nice drink, a drink that hurts you maybe, a little blanket for cozies. I'm always grateful, and so is Squid, for anyone who hangs out and lurks, hangs out and watches, hangs out and chats, or just hangs out and uses me as background noise. Ugh. That's what you get for getting a chair for free. You gonna settle down, buddy? Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, right. It doesn't like Scarlet Hollow for some reason. I always forget this. Capture Scarlet Hollow, please. Thank you. So we got through 2 full chapters last time. Episodes. Is this a safe space for me tonight, or do I need to have the stream on mute because I'm scared? It is a spooky game. In this next upcoming area, I will be doing a lot of flirting, so I'll be bringing a lot of comedic energy, but I do understand if you need to mute. It becomes very clear when the scary parts happen, I will say. There's always a ramping up and a music change. But for most of it, it's just sort of you're hanging out in a little queer town. It's surprisingly queer for a small town. And it's just sort of like a dating sim for me. Let's not give a recap. So what's happened thus far is on the first night, we went out on a date with this random YouTuber we met, and we were trying to find Skunk Ape, which is Bigfoot's stinky cousin. And instead, we found these things called ditchlings, which are omens of bad things to come. And they they don't reproduce with each other. They put the eggs in other animals, and it's incredibly grotesque. And a farmer whose animals keep getting stolen by these things was out and about and was telling us I don't care about no fucking skunk ape. You go back home. I gotta get these cougars. And we had to make a choice between him and the dog, so we chose the dog. And now he is not with us anymore. And that was the first day. And the second day, they changed the curtains. That's cute. Sorry, they also updated this game a few days ago, which is why I'm playing. Yeah. If you have the strong build, the powerful build trait, you can save both of them. But I'm not usually one to choose strength as my main stat. Also, what I like about this game is that you have stats that you can have. You can't really upgrade them. I kept thinking if I just choose different things that seem like the other options, would I be able to just adopt that trait? But no, what you have is what you have from the start. I predictably chose Street Smart and Hot as a Bard Rogue main. And oh yeah, this is all of our major decisions, which would have been a nice place to catch you up. We took some boiled peanuts from a stranger, found an opossum living in my dresser, snuck into the forbidden wings of the estate, went cryptid hunting with Stella, witnessed Duke die in the woods and called the police, met Stella's friend Kanika and her mother Sybil and learned about ditchlings, returned to my cousin's estate before going to bed, woke up in my cousin's guest room, checked in on the dresser opossum, found a sickly boot print in the garden, decided to stay home and clean, and then accompanied Sybil to the mines. Chased after Stella and a bunch of delinquents with Tabitha. Went after Becky and Alexis at the cost of Rosalina's safety. So on day 2, That's where a lot of like the new update stuff happened. Like I'm sure there's a lot of new update stuff that happened on day one that I was just like, no, we gotta get to this part. I gotta be here because I need to save Gretchen. That's the dog's name. She's a pug and she's like geriatric. And on the second day, when I woke up was when I noticed the immediate like, oh, I can choose to stay home and like do things, because it let me stay home and clean the guest bathroom, which was nasty as hell. And from the looks of it, I only threw away the toilet paper rolls that were real empty. So I don't know what Tabitha was talking about, like throwing away heirlooms. I don't do that. And then the old lady came, which me and the guy who was in chat, who like also knew a lot of the game, went, oh my God, this has never happened before. She just came here of her own volition. I don't trust the old lady. I don't trust her at all. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. And I can't throw very far. I do not choose powerful build. I'm not making you a tent, sweetheart. And then I hung out with Tabitha in her office, my beautiful, wonderful cousin who's anti-union, but we're fixing that. And tried to chase Stella away. That's not a toy, sweetheart. Thank you. And saw Rosalina, who I knew as my beautiful, wonderful boyfriend's daughter. Oscar, the librarian. He's so cute. Oh, you're gonna hang... Oh, no. I thought you were going to sit down. You can stay and sit. You can't play with my garbage. There you go. And so we ran after Rosalina because Stella was like, oh my God, we're here to look for Rosalina. Her dad's looking for her. And then they went into an abandoned mine, and then they went further into the abandoned mine, and we had to go after them. And we got some visions from this stone about the mine collapse. It was faulty wood. And oh yeah, also my name is Sonic and I'm from Sonato Land. So, my only goals are to flirt with Kanika, Oscar, and Wayne. My son just dropped like a bag of rocks. Sunshine filters in through the dusty window of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. Escape is so pretty. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. I wonder when I'll get to hear the narrator audiobook. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Take a shower. In my nice clean bathroom. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you think about someone special. Specifically, you think about Stella, Kanika, Wayne. You think about Wayne and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. So funny that that's an option for both horny and regular. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. He's just so protective. He's always watching over me. He just wants me to be safe. Time to start your day. Check on the opossum. There's 2 of them now. Wave at them. You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. You've had enough of the growing family of opossums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. He is stalking me, and I think he's not evil. I think he's like one of those entities that they're like trying to make you think he's evil, but I think Sybil's the evil one, and they're opposing forces. So really, he's the good guy, according to my headcanon about how I think the story should go, despite there only being 4 episodes of this 7-episode game out. I'm right. Look out the window. You say that with a distinct lack of confidence, considering you're trying to flirt with him. He's mysterious, and you really have to admire that in a man. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. I did see Wayne staring up at me from the garden yesterday. And then I did go out to try and talk to him and see his boot print and his viscera. So. He's just shy, and it's hard to get through the garden. It's the same view. And there's no one anywhere. Okay. It's a good garden. I'll give him that. You turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Oh, there's a doll here. Nothing's happened with it yet, unfortunately. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? No. That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning. How are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. You pull out your phone to text Kanika. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. My problem is that Stella seems like the monogamous type. And I really, really like her, and I don't want to hurt her by flirting with a bunch of people. And I'm just flirting with Kanika to try and get into her room during when I think her mom's poisoning her. So I can investigate her and be like, hey, I think your mom's poisoning you because you were perfectly fine yesterday and now suddenly you're all bleh. So I think maybe she's poisoning you. And sometimes you gotta flirt with people to get them to trust you. That's how life works. That's at least how this game works. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Oh, I'm out of mint chip. I do still have raspberry cheesecake, though. They had ice cream on, like the big tubs, 2 for $5, like a month ago at Fairway. It was crazy. Frou Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Do you want... I don't want... See, my big problem with these nuts is that every time I have the chance to offer them to someone, it's upon meeting them. And I never want my first impression to be, hi, do you want these nuts? They're wet. And the skin's bad. Hi, I'm Sonic. Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Yeah, I forgot she was autistic when I cleaned the guest bathroom. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Sonic. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two separately different, completely different things, I suppose. You remain silent. All I'm trying to say is it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company with everything that's Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? And I only take bubble baths. Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. It's still too early. It's still too early. I can't. Hey, Tabitha, how's it going? That little girl from last night. Apparently they had to take her foot. So I'm a little stressed. Yeah, no kidding. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. I think this is new, too. This angle? I don't think I've ever looked at her like this before. God, so cool. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening. So you're coming with me. Okay. But I haven't had breakfast. We'll find you something in town. Janie, lock up when you leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. I love her. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Sonic, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, then I heard it again. I just want to say I'm so sorry you got caught up in all that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband's the local pastor. He's a gentleman and will always lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir-crazy ever since we moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk through your worries. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, take your time, of course. You're here all week, after all. Just know you can stop by the church any time. The door is always open. I'd love to chat, but I'd hate to interrupt your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you've got time. Of course. Like I said, feel free to swing by the church any old time. All right, let's go. Bye, Janie. Be safe out there, you two. Yeah, you too, Janie. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. Also, nothing usually happens in the daytime. The daytime's truly just time to hang out and flirt with the normal people that aren't Wayne. Well, I don't think I read that. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we going to do at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know. The kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Um, mm, I think it's healthy to express yourself. Healthy is a word a lot of people use to justify weakness and self sabotage. It's a lie. If she actually cared about herself, she'd leave this place far behind and never come back. Is that what you want, Tabitha? Come on already, let's go. Okay. Oh. Yeah, but he's there every day, and I know he comes in to see you every now and then, so I hardly think Mr. Tremaine not coming into the diner for one day is something to worry about. Well, if you say so. See you around, Sybil. You have a good one, dear. Oh, Tabitha, long time no see. Feels like you never make it all the way down to Main Street. Okay. Hey, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I just want you to know that all of us over at the diner really feel for you. Anything you need, just let us know, okay? What? This is such a cute interaction. This has never happened before. Tabitha, you are loved and supported. Look at this opossum. Avery nods politely and then leaves without saying another word. Who the hell was that? That was Avery, Tabitha, in the diner. Okay, sure. Anyway, it's not important. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Sonic, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Is Kaniko okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Try and listen. You find a subtle spot near the door and listen in. The walls to the tea room are surprisingly thick, and you can only make out snippets of the conversation. Oh, that was a really good noise. Sometimes I can do it, and sometimes I can't. I know it. Longer, short notice, aren't easy to come by. Is there enough? Just fine. Make sure this is all. Not keeping it. You only have one. Plenty of times. Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announces another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Sonic, are you? Aren't you? The hedgehog? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. The police said he might just be out hunting somewhere. But me and Mama know we both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. Trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so's she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, we might as well make myself useful, get out in the woods and look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try to find him? Is Big Betty a chicken? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Bretty is our prized pumpkin. Ramen hurts so good. Pop Fizz feels like guns in my mouth, but I would drink strawberry soda forever. Because it's strawberry, and they're my favorite. She's a big lady, too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on. Okay. You should know about the ditchlings. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad's going to happen. And they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I never heard of ditchlings before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. I have pierogies that I get to eat after this. That's so exciting. He died on the northeast edge of town off the Asgina Trail. Asgina? See, I don't like that we're having this conversation in front of Miles. That kid's sneaky. He's fucking on it, and I don't trust him. Thank you, Sonic. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I'll rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Syl are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my God, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast if y'all want to swing by. Otherwise, meet at library and figure out plan. I think I'm good. Not really hungry. See you guys at library. And then it buzzes again. Sliding into the DMs, are we? If you want to hang out before the library, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. Your phone buzzes one last time. Ho, this is new. This is Isaacs from the mine. You gave me your number yesterday. I'm out behind the diner if you want to talk. No! Isaacs, why now? Okay. We're going to save two, and one of them will be the one where we flirt, and the other one will be going to see Isaacs, because I need his information. This is so cool. This is so cool. Tabitha sure is taking her time in there. Meet up with Isaacs. Before Tabitha even knows you're gone. You probably have time to slip off and hear what Isaacs has to say before Tabitha even knows that you're gone. You hold the bells on the door to the general store, quieting them while you make a silent exit. You find Isaacs smoking out behind the dumpsters behind Winnie's Diner. Oh my God! Abby Howard, you son of a bitch. This is a whole new area. I'm getting so excited about a dumpster behind a building. But it's still, look the fucking fence. This fence, the brick, Isaacs, the ground. It's a pretty cool dumpster. It's playing this game and watching Abby Howard fucking do her thing really inspires me to start doing more than just guys. And like her and like Julia Lepetit are real big inspirations for, man, stuff is just so cool to draw. That's a satisfying dumpster. It's a very satisfying dumpster. I wonder what that sign is. Let's talk to this man. Mr. X. Ah! Thought you weren't gonna show. Here I am. I don't have a lot of time. What did you want to tell me? Good. I don't have a lot of time either, especially to spend talking to you. The guys are all riled up after last night. They're talking action. If they saw me out here with you, they'd think I was some kind of scab. But none of them will listen to me. Especially now. They've all got bigger things to worry about than a single missing minor. I haven't forgotten about him, though. Anything you want to know, just ask. I don't care about the strike. Did anything happen to him at the mines? Find any weird stuff? Uncover anything that wasn't meant to be uncovered? A giant stone slab, perhaps? No, I don't think so. The few shifts he was picking up were all above ground, mostly operating machinery. Pretty cushy stuff, to be honest. Oh, what was he like? He was a light-hearted kind of guy, always joking round on the job. Amazing fellow to grab beers with. Not keen on doing hard work, so it wasn't too strange when he barely picked up any shifts once that relationship started. I'm sure he saw her as a bit of a meal ticket, so maybe he wasn't too smart. But he was a good friend. Closest one I had. I ran into him after we talked yesterday, but why wouldn't he come tell me he's all right? Where is he staying? Why is he hiding from everybody? It just doesn't sound like him. I'm not sure the man you think is Wayne is really him. He's all goopy now. I think there's something wrong with him. Did he have a condition of some kind? I don't think he's all right. I guess it's possible. He's all goopy now. I think there's something wrong with him. Something medical. I haven't... Goopy? Jesus, I hope he's getting treatment. Maybe that's why he's been so distant. Do you think Tabitha did something to him? Yes, I do. That or maybe Pearl Ann. I don't know what it would be, but something happened up at that house. The week it went down, everyone was so up in arms about Miss Pearl Ann's death, almost nobody cared about the fact that some transplant minor had gone missing. What do you know about Pearl Ann? Not much. I know she died in her sleep. It was all anyone could talk about till yesterday. Now we got new problems. Nobody has any time to worry about Wayne. Why would he be following me? Damned if I know. I didn't even know you existed till yesterday. I suppose Tabitha could have told him about you, so maybe he's trying to get to someone close to his ex. Seems like a pathetic move to me, but relationships change people. Maybe even a man like Wayne can be broken by someone like her. That was helpful, thanks. Isaac sighs, taking one last long drag of his cigarette. I'm not gonna make him fucking scab. I appreciate you coming by to talk. I can't say I'm happy with what you've told me, but I'm glad someone's looking into this. Seems like everyone else was perfectly happy to sweep it under the rug. Isaac tosses his cigarette butt. Goes without saying that you better not go telling anyone we talked. You gonna put that out? And if you see him, or whoever's pretending to be him, tell him his buddy's worried about him, all right? Yeah, man. Isaac heads back inside, and you find yourself alone again. Go after Kanika! I don't even need to do two! There's Wayne! There he is, my beautiful boyfriend. Did you hear me talking about you? Hi, Squid Baby. You are sorry. Thank you. He keeps... Yeah! My beautiful boyfriend. He's here to protect me. You follow the directions Kanika texted you, and soon find yourself in a disused parking lot hidden behind the shuttered shops on Main Street. She's sitting alone in the back of her van. Hey, Sonic. Ooh, that's cute. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champion. That's definitely Stella. Kanika, because she's the black one. And Reese. Yeah. A bunch of notebooks. That's a lot of notebooks. You look ill. Sorry if this is a weird place to hang out. I'm taking a mental health day. I kinda need some space from this door. Plus I feel like ass. I'm exhausted and a little out of it. Must have inhaled too much coal dust last night. You still look fine as hell. You're sick, you better not be contagious. Do you think something in the mines made you sick? What's going on with you and your folks? Sounds like you were having some kind of argument. How are you doing after last night? Have you heard about what happened to Rosalina? So, ghost hunting tonight. You and my cousin don't seem to get along very well. Quietly stand there. You still look fine as hell. You casually wink at her. Trying to lay down their charm on me? Maybe it's working. Keep it up and we'll see. Hi, sweetheart. I know I haven't played with you much, and I'm probably not going to play with you for at least another hour. If I'm going to be honest. Oh, an axolotl! You have so many ways to play on your own. I would love if you used any of them. Did you know you have a fish that moves? No, of course not. Playing only happens when I'm there. How are you after last night? Oh, not great. At least I was able to get sleep once the adrenaline wore off, even if I barely feel like I got any rest at all. Now I've just got a raging headache. I hope I'm not coming down with something. Before things got heated with my folks, Mom gave me some more of this tea that's supposedly good for, I don't know, recovery? Rejuvenation? It must have been caffeinated or something because it did not help me fall asleep. But it's kind of helping with the headache, and at least it tastes good. What about you? I'm just feeling lucky to be alive. That's a good attitude. Hopefully the rest of the week is uneventful. Fucking with the frizz? No way. We'll make sure to have a chill one today. We'll just hang out with friends and have some fun trying to look for ghosts that don't exist. Or maybe don't exist. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to question my fundamental understanding of how the world works. What's going on with you and your folks? She sighs. What was that? My guy. You can't get up there. That's not possible. That's not a tent either. I'm so sorry. Are you sure you want me to get into it? I don't want to dump all that trauma on you. Of course, I'm here for you. Only if you're comfortable sharing. I don't want to pressure you into saying something you would rather keep private. It would honestly be a relief to talk to someone. Thanks, Sonic. I need you to stop. Because that's not what's happening right now. Especially since you were there last night, so you know how it felt to survive something like that unscathed. And to know not everyone was so lucky. You know what? You won. You did it. You got up here. Are you happy? Is it everything you wanted? Ridiculous animal. So after I got home last night, I had to deal with my brother. He really made me feel like I was the bad guy, especially once we got home. Like what happened to Rosalina was my fault. And Mom didn't help. She never does. She always takes his side, saying he's young and allowed to make mistakes. Mistakes that I could never dream of getting away with. When he told her what happened, she just said the same shit she always does about family and getting along, and sent us to bed with tea. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Are you having fun? Okay. I love you. It's her favorite method of conflict resolution, as if a little hot leaf water ever really helped anybody. Now what are you doing? What's rambunctious little guy. What's the deal with her and tea anyway? I don't know if you've seen the sign in the tea room, but apparently tea is life. It's like she thinks she's some kind of witch. It kind of boiled over this morning, though. She wound up blaming me for letting Miles sneak off into the mines, saying that if I'd been working like I was supposed to, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble. Like I'm supposed to be in charge of a sullen teenager every second of the day, while working. And it's not like I don't care. I'm always stressed out about that kid, or the store, or the million other little things I'm supposed to deal with. None of this should be on me. Fucking preach, sister. These are the best years of my life, and I'm wasting them on this dying town, keeping a store afloat while my mom just messes around with her little herbs or whatever. I don't know about the best years of your life. There's certainly years of your life. I'd made it out of here, damn it. I'd gone to grad school. I was good at it. I was going to graduate with honors and everything. But Dad died, and I came back for the funeral. Then I had to stick around just to help Mom sort out a few things. First it was a month, then 2. And now here I am, over a year later, and those few things became my life. I don't want to be this person. If I could, I'd just drive this van all the way to the coast, lie down on the beach, and never come back. I fucking feel you, sister. What about Stella? Stella, I should spend more time with her. I don't want to say that. That's kind of a dickhead thing to say. It sounds like your family is holding you back on purpose. Like they're scared that if you leave, you'll never come back and they'll crumble without you. I don't like any of these. They have no right to hold you back like this. And they probably would. They're your family. Don't you want to help them? I think they'd be fine without you. You should just leave right now. And you should take me with you. Maybe tomorrow. Stella made all those ghost hunting plans. I can't skip out on her like that. But yeah, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. And yeah, you can come with. God, and of course I feel like an asshole for talking about all of this now. The morning after the mine collapse. But I guess that's what pushed all of this over the edge. Nothing like a major disaster to make you question the direction your life has taken, right? I wouldn't have met you if you hadn't stuck around. It's not all bad. Oh, you're right. I guess some good things can come from messed up situations. But I've already met you. More reason for us to leave tomorrow, I guess. You and my cousin don't seem to get along very well. That's putting it lightly, but yeah. Sometimes you don't get along with people. If you have to ask, I think she's a repugnant, selfish human being to her core. And she's a big jerk, too. Did she do something to you? This seems personal. She went after those kids in the middle of a mine collapse. I can't put my finger on why, but I really like her. It's like I need her validation. She's funny and autistic and my cousin. She and Stella seem like they're close, or at least like they used to be. Yeah, I don't know what Stella saw in her, but they got pretty close in high school. I was taking a lot of online AP classes, so I wasn't around like I used to be. Maybe it's my fault they wound up hanging out so much. It seemed like they were always together, but by the time I got back to town, they didn't seem to be talking anymore. Never really got the whole picture of what happened there, but thank God that meant I didn't have to see that woman all the time. Maybe Stella brought out a better side of her. Maybe, but whatever side she might have seen, I sure as hell haven't seen it. Did she do something to you? This seems personal. Besides her general bad attitude, no, she hasn't necessarily done anything to me. But her mom tried to buy the general store out from under my dad more times than he could count, so probably that. She was an absolute snake of a woman, and the apple didn't fall far from the tree, judging by how Tabitha treats her minors. If I weren't here, I'm sure the store would already belong to the Scarlets. There's no way my mom or Miles would have the backbone to stand up to her. Just another way this town manages to keep its nasty little hooks on me. Have you ever thought that but I really like her? I think she puts up a tough front, but she's softer than she seems. As if that changes anything. If a dog bites you because it's scared, it still bit you, and you have every right to never trust it again. But you said that she never did anything to you. It doesn't matter if that dog is nice to other people, or if it only bit you because it wanted to seem tough. She's never done anything to prove to me she's a good person inside. All she does is bark and snap at people. I'd be careful if I were you. Don't go sympathizing with someone like her. Do you think something in the mines made you sick? Kanika reflects on your question and shudders. I was chalking it up to spending too much time breathing in the old mine dust. But there's this sick miner, Wayne, who keeps coming to my mom's tea room. I don't want to think about it. Are you sick? I'm tired. But What even is sickness? I'm tired, but I don't think I'm sick. Good for you. Hopefully this passes in a day or two. Share a quiet moment. A soft breeze blows across the lot as you and Kanika share a quiet moment. Both of your phones buzz in unison. You reach for them at the same time. Almost forgot it's Mia Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Oh, right. Meet y'all there in half an hour. Wow, I totally blanked on the Mayor Jimmy thing. It's almost like we just went to a traumatic event or something and I'm not on top of my schedule. But Stella's right. This gives us a chance to meet up with Oscar. And Mayor Jimmy's awful cute. No, the mayor just ruined our moment. I'm gonna have words with him. But is he as cute as me? But is he as cute as me? Impossible. No one could be as cute as you. I'm sure you'll be the only one turning heads today. Mayor Jimmy who? Anyways, we'll chill with Mayor Jimmy, then I've got dinner at Reese's, then we do some ghost hunting tonight. Thank God we have so much going on today. I really needed the distraction. Shall we? Family burdens. Spend some time with Kanika. You and Kanika make your way to the former town hall, now Scarlet Hollow's library. It's surprisingly busy, a small crowd forming in a corner of the main foyer. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Sonic to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? He's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. She's just so old, and apparently when you have the talk to animals feat, she's like a little southern belle. So cute. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with curious intensity. He knows you have something. Does he want the nuts? Offer him a campaign contribution. You hold out your now slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at the strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. And Gretchen hates it. Drop it, sir. Drop it. His security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Sorry. The peanuts are already eaten. Oh, hey, you finally got rid of those things. You'd better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor so much as gets any tummy, I can't see past your little ass, sir. Any tummy trouble after eating if you'd better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, there'll be hell to pay. He had the whole wrong accent that whole time, and that's okay, because I'm not redoing that. He holds out a paw as if to shake your hand. Aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. Shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats or ear scratches allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? He's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Whoa, hey, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. Look at all these other dog mayors! I know, baby. I'm no fun. All I do is sit here and talk at a screen. Okay, bye. I don't get to hang out with Dog Mayor alone. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. The mayor is very suspicious for not getting along with the pug. He's a person of authority. And I had Canon Gretchen as an anarchist. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression. A self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Sonic. Everyone's been buzzing about you. Please don't mess with the curtain. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Our Pearl's in a better place. She seemed awful. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who've been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with sort of a spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits, lingering neither in heaven, baby, nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. You believe in some ghosts but not others? Well, 'cause he's a priest. There were ghosts in the mine last night. There's been a lot of supernatural stuff happening the past few days. Really? Are you sure you weren't just seeing things? Trauma has a funny way of manifesting itself. I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. Of course. If you find yourself needing counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. That sounds lovely. Thank you. Really? Oh, that's great. Sorry, I just don't usually get positive responses when I ask folks if they want to come up to the church. Anytime that works for you, just swing by. I'm sure I'll be around. It was lovely to meet you, and have a blessed day, Sonic. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Oh my God. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. Hello. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's gonna feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot too? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough part first. We're here for you, man. Thank you, all of you. Everything feels like it's happening so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taken my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. God, I can't not fuck him. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been some big bus accident on the highway and they needed the beds, so I have to come pick her up. Even though her house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place. And Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are gonna have to wait till nightfall. God, the crossing of the arms, the fucking tits. They knew it. She knew what she was doing with that. I'm not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the power of friendship and anime on our side. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Where'd my phone go? You're being really cute and I'd like a picture. Sorry, it's very important. I need to take a picture of my cat immediately. My sweet and beautiful boy. Finally hanging out on the desk mat with me. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Okay. My sweet boy. Okay. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see y'all then. Oscar hurries off, keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Oh yeah, Sonic, we made dinner plans with our pal Reese yesterday. I'm sure his mom would be totally fine with an extra guest. Will she? Absolutely, and maybe we can even get him ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're not going to try get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how my little boy's beautiful little butt is in the way again. Disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? Nope. That's not yours. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we just play it by ear. Anyway, shall we? Time to go. Please leave that alone. Remind Tabitha about the ghost hunt, secretly. You discreetly shoot your cousin a text reminding her about this evening's ghost hunt. Stella and Kanika will find out about it if she actually shows up. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he just really wants people to like him. But he comes off as desperate. It's a vicious cycle. Oh, when you put it like that, his whole situation's kind of sad. Even if that's the case, it doesn't mean I have to like him. Whatever his deal is goes a step beyond trying too hard to get people to like him. You have so much desk mat. Why are you trying to shove yourself up against the sewing machine and the boom stand? The man was grinning all through my dad's funeral. He's not normal. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off in my head every time I see him that makes me want to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Okay. All right, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. I feel like they updated this art a little bit. You find yourself in front of what must be Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop, and we do a quick scan for a beautiful, beautiful boyfriend who's definitely not stalking us. I don't see him anywhere. Lame. Okay. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later. The sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together.
Okay, but what if she yells at us?
It's too late. The door swings open. Hey, Reese!
Oh my god, dude, it's been ages.
You must be Sonic, right? Stella texted me you were coming. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them.
Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella.
And you brought another guest. And the dog.
Great.
Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden.
The dog stays outside.
But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerky stashed away. And they have to be Easy Chew, because she cannot chew. She has no teeth as far as we've seen so far. But we go everywhere together. She's like a glorified emotional support animal. She's only glorified because I haven't given her that title.
Do you want to come in or not?
Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Dr. Kelly quietly eyes you while the three of you wait. Hi, I'm Sonic.
I don't know who you are. I know who you are. Now come in. Let's get this over with.
Okay. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand?
By sitting down at the table and not puttering in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business.
But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right?
You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you?
It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. God, it sucks that she sucks so hard, because this woman is also so hot. I don't mind a little mess.
Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to.
Cool, we'll just be downstairs.
You won't even know we're here.
You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spent all of his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. Hey, that's Wayne back there and amongst the spooky drawings. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. If you ever need a model, I'm here on Monday. That would be amazing. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be incredible to have such a captivating model. I look forward to the company, and I hope I can do your likeness justice. Maybe we could all come. Wouldn't that be fun? Kanika's eyes dart uncomfortably towards the floor. I'm sorry. Fuck, it's fine. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately.
Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to press that, but that's fine. This place feels like a prison.
Unfortunately, the prison we're dealing with here is my body, not my room.
Are you sure there's nothing we can do?
Your company is plenty. It's so nice to have living people down here for a change.
You know we'd visit more if your mom let us. Did she tell you she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. It's a little controlling.
You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything.
Not to cast any doubts on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances.
Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My body's pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Oh, okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. There's no way I, an adult person, could figure out those things and take care of myself in any sort of way.
That's quite a movie collection you've got. Got any Rex?
Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw it for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. Maybe we could do a movie night later this week.
Oh my god, yes. We haven't done a movie night in years.
What was that voice?
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table.
So interesting. Guess that's it for catching up.
Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs.
Sure thing, Doc.
Yes, ma'am.
You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold.
This is a scary thing, but nothing actually scary is happening yet. It's just showing you that there's a scary thing behind this door.
Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
If I had the mystic trait, one of these near the bottom, like around here ways, would have been like resist.
Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, and your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side.
What do you think you're doing? Well?
There's something compelling about this door.
No, there isn't. Now go wash your hands.
You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door.
Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down.
See? Scary, but not actually scary. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative. And Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Given her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it odd that he's seated between the two of you, rather than the other way around. It's almost as though she's guarded not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to be making my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want any tips on easy homemade cooked pasta sauce, you know what? No, thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyways. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Noted, but she won't do anything about it. Her son will remain in the dark. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Sonic is still in town? We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone, just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom to have my friends... Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it ever does is hurt him more. I feel like going through this bit is very therapeutic for me to just sort of separate myself from Reese's whole situation as much as possible. Because as much as my immediate response was, oh my God, I need to save you. Oh my God, you're being trapped by your mom, a princess in a tower. I must save you from the dragon. Having this and consistently doing this and consistently, disengaging myself from them feels therapeutic. Also, I do think that's a ditchling. But we can't just leave him like this. Now's when he needs his friends the most. No, now's when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. Sneezing. Ooh! Bless me, the three of you are rushed towards the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Okie dokie. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your face. There's multiple of us. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. And you get to finish my food. Oh no, are you hungry? I can't believe I didn't pack snacks today. My bag was too full of ghost hunting equipment for so much as a granola bar. God, poor Reese. This has gotten so much worse. 2 bites of food was too much for him. Maybe we just caught him on a bad day. I wonder if he even has good days anymore. I wish there was more I could do. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun's setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Okay, Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. So this is where things start getting spooky. You can't really see most of them because my boxes are blocking them, but there's ditchlings here, and there's ditchlings over here, and there's ditchling down here. No ditchlings behind that. But it's when those guys show up is when the spooky stuff's going to happen. And we still have a little bit before spooky stuff happens. I'll probably be flirting with people more. But we're gonna see the spooky soon. We're all gonna get possessed. Ooh. I think it's more like poetic and dramatic than spooky. Like if I were there in it, it would certainly be spooky as hell. But as someone experiencing it as a video game, it's just pretty and conceptual. So, you've been warned. Hell yeah. I think thus far the worst was that first night when before the update you actively watched Duke get shot in the head. And now I think that only happens if you choose that but fail. I don't know. I was talking about it when I was going through it about how I appreciate that it isn't so like back and forth, that it feels more seamless and consistent. Yeah, this is just the ghost that makes you old. So what was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Kanika's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. You can't help but feel like you're about to walk into a slasher movie. You run through a mental list of everyone who's joining you, trying to figure out if you'd make it to the end. Oh, fuck. Hold on. If I want to talk to Wayne tonight, I don't want Tabitha with us. Do I quickly speed through all of that? Just to get to the bit where I don't actually invite Tabitha? Because if Tabitha's with me, then Wayne doesn't show up, and then I can't flirt with Wayne. I'm reloading so I can flirt with Wayne. Whoops. I don't have a lot of time. I ran into him yesterday. He's all goopy. Why would he be all with me? Do you think Tabitha did something to him? Do you have any theories? Not sure. Maybe Tabitha tried to break it off. He didn't take well and ended up getting him off. Or his ex-lover got involved. Could be he stole his jacket. What was he like? That was helpful. Thanks. Go after Kanika. You're still hot, baby girl. Do you think something in the mines made you sick? I'm tired, but I don't think I'm sick. Sounds like you were having some kind of argument. Only if you're comfortable sharing. What's the deal with her and T anyway? Okay. So how's everyone doing tonight? You having a good night? I finished okay. I finished chapter 3 of my little, Harlequin novel. And I say that, and people immediately always think clowns. But it's the little romance novels with the oiled men on them. And as soon as I say that, people go, oh, and I go, yes, those are called Harlequin novels. I used to know the full history behind why they were called Harlequin novels. Now I'm just like, they're called Harlequin novels. How are you doing? Just feeling lucky to be alive. So are we actually gonna make good on all this flirting, or are you just teasing? Asking you to leave town with me tomorrow wasn't platonic, if that's what you're getting at. So I don't know. Are you just teasing? Because I'm interested. The two of you lock eyes as every sound but the thunder of your heartbeat fades into the backdrop. And then your phones buzz. Busy as good as me. To the library. He's a dog. Give him the nuts. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mayor. Goodbye. Hey, buddy. Do you know anything about ghosts? Oscar's place is haunted. You should come and prove it's not haunted. I should go. It was nice meeting you. That sounds lovely. Thank you. Go up to my friends. And the hot librarian with the juicy tits. We're here for you. I think that's it. That's the end of that thought. I finally met Pastor Daniel. I think he just wants people to like him. Head to Reese's. And then this actually wasn't that much now that I'm speeding through it. So that's fine. I've been talking to my sister. She's so cute. She's been streaming now too, but she does entirely different streaming than I do. She does the whole Valorant, the Marvel Rivals, the Overwatch, that kind of stuff. We don't get to say anything. I already watched them. I don't care, wash them again. Okie dokie. Open it. Just cleaning the knob. I'm so excited for my pierogies. They're so cold right now. And I'm still excited for 'em. I still have the Chicks jukebox musical in my mind, but I need to listen to more Chicks to really flesh it out. They just have such good narrative beats in their songs. I feel like it could be one of those, like, oh, this is the history of our little town over the past decade or so. We don't understand why there's very little men here. It can't be that all of these women are lesbians who kill men. We'll get out of your way. It was like I was forced to break into the clinic. I guess it was kind of simpler. I didn't even get to finish my food. Hotties like you are usually some of the first to go. If anyone has final girl energy, it's Stella or Kanika. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left.
Hey, Oscar! You back yet?
Shh, you can't yell in the library. It's against the rules.
It's after hours. That's not how she sounds.
I'm just a small town southern lawyer.
It's after hours. Rules only apply after 5 p.m. Now it's our domain.
Hello? Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight.
How's she doing?
She's not quite as chipper as when she was on stronger meds, but she's doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. So one of my friends recently also, her dog had to get emergency surgery and is now putting together stuff for a fundraiser, and I offered a little package of my art to go towards that. I've come fully loaded. I've got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, that's a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way I can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. So I'm just going to quickly... I felt a little jiggle, and it's still technically within truck time, but there's been so many earthquakes lately that I am going to look it up just in case. Nothing that they're telling me, and I'm going to trust that.
There's a perfectly rational explanation, like aliens. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. Nobody in my house has felt a single earthquake yet. It's very disappointing. Yeah, well, most of them have been like small, and it's only because I'm living in an attic in like a 100-year-old house that I'm feeling everything so much, because I'm also feeling all of the trucks going by across the street at the milk factory. And I wasn't really noticing or caring about that before. And then the earthquakes happened. All three of which, there was at least two of them, I very much felt. It was scary. But I also have, my friend Natalie lives in a concrete box. Lives in the basement of a newly built condo. So, felt nothing any of the times. And every time I'd go into the group chat and go, ah, they'd go, what's happening? Why are you screaming? Hello? Same here. It was so dark and cramped in there, I can't be sure anything I heard or saw wasn't just part of a long, drawn-out panic attack. Good thing I got audio of the knocking. Real proof that we had a paranormal encounter. Or proof that the rocks were shifting around us, preceding a cave-in. One of these things is just slightly more likely than the other. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without saying. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I am desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. My beautiful ginger son. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. Oh, right. We haven't interacted with Avery enough times to bring him over. That's fine. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! Listen! You're not going to do this without me. If there's a ghost in there, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yeah. Rosalina. What the hell? You can't. You're seriously injured. Exactly. You should rest. We'll have this taken care of in a few hours. I've done enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around in our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds, and our house is 1 story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The answer is no, Rosa. You need rest. As if. I can't get any rest in that crappy little back room. I want our house back. I'm coming with you. Crappy? Since when do we use language like that? And we have this taken care of. Nearly half the town's here to help. What are you going to do, old man? You can't stop me. I'm injured, remember? I'm not that old. You better turn around or I'll ground you. Dad, I'm pretty sure I'm as grounded as I can get. And I'm fine. This doesn't even hurt. I don't feel anything. That's because you're on painkillers, Rosa. It doesn't mean... But Rosalina ignores him. Grimacing but confident, she hobbles forward on her crutches. Oscar says and does nothing to stop her. Okay. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the wall, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. Like perhaps an earthquake. Now, what's that? Because I haven't seen that before. Because every time we go through here, I look specifically in this area because I go, ooh, an open door. Something could be there, and something's never there. And now there's something there. There's also ditchlings at the window, but you can't see them because they're behind this square. None of my equipment's picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. I wonder if the ghost will even show up with this many people around. Oh, wait. Is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? Colder. It sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple degrees colder. But that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. But girly pop, we did not move. Whoa, a genuine cold spot? I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Sorry, I was checking something over on Streamlabs. Is that it? This isn't very scary. I'm not gonna lie to him about this. Maybe it's just shy. Alright, I'm getting off my computer. Okay, thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your night. Oh, I've sunken very low in my chair again. I will... God, there's still so much. Because I know that the ghost bit is next. And that's so long, too. This episode is so long. And I'm so hungry. I didn't eat before I went for my shift. And then I came home and I ate half a portion of pierogies. And I've just been dreaming about those pierogies. We've been going for a couple hours. My single viewer is leaving. So I think I'm going to call it there for the night, my guys. Yes. Thank you very much for staying, hanging out, lurking, chatting, engaging how you please with this media that I have made for you. Using me as background noise. That's my favorite thing to do with videos. Yeah. I will keep you guys updated on both of my current projects for when they come out. I'm very excited to be able to share those. The pirate one's so cool. They're both very cool, but the pirate one was actively given to me today, so I'm excited about it right now. Ow. I'm okay. Have a good night. Love y'all. I'll see you. I won't actually be able to stream Monday or Tuesday because I will be gone from Monday to Wednesday. So what I might do instead is do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, I could do that. So I'll see y'all in a week. Bye.